Hi, I'm James Kaiser, and I'm applying for the executive assistant position at Book in a Box. Beyond being a rigidly organized person, I have all the requisite experience and skills for the position. I've worked with startups, I've worked extensively in publishing, and I successfully held assistant positions previously. But I'm sure you have a lot of candidates that check all the boxes in terms of skills and job experience. What I have that no one else has is that since I was in college, working at Book in a Box specifically has been my primary career goal. And to explain that, I have to tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm a high school dropout from a huge middle-class Kentucky family. I was born outside the mold of a traditional publishing person, and I pretty much remained there for my whole life. I dropped out when I was 14, and I used that free time to write all the time. By the time I was 16, I was publishing in some of the biggest literary journals in America, and I was working as a senior staff member for the Adroit Journal. At the time, it was a small journal, but we've since grown it to be read in over 90 countries and fully funded by the University of Pennsylvania. I was able to parlay that professional success into a scholarship at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, which is one of the premier art universities in the world. However, after going to school, I realized that I don't want to be a part of the traditional publishing world. I want to do it better. I want to be a part of a company that's faster, more fun, doing better work. And I looked into publishing startups. That's when I found Book in a Box and immediately believed in its goal. I've wanted to work there ever since. When I first graduated, there were no open positions, so I came to New York and tried to accumulate more experience with startups. The startup that I worked for, Animals, my boss was actually consulted for feedback on Jonathan Siegel's San Francisco fallacy. So even then, I had some weird Book in a Box connection. Anyways, I gave some thought to the question you posed, how I would break down the 5 tasks, how I would respond to them quickly, and I thought I might explain my logic behind my choices, but I thought it might be better if I just showed you instead. Hey, sign in? Mm-hmm. I'm coming, sweetie. Oh, hey. Hey. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, no more crying. No more crying. Hi, Dick. Sorry, Mr. Call. My phone was just out of reach. Now, as you can see, that whole process took about a minute to do. Let me talk about the logic behind the choices I made. Some people might have prioritized differently, but I prioritized based on which task will cause the most damage on a second-to-second basis. If I leave a faucet running for more than a few seconds, every second that's more water leaking out onto the floor, causing more damage. If I miss a package, I have to wait a full day at least, usually, for it to get redelivered. If my clothes are left outside, every second they're getting more and more exposed to the rain. A crying baby, on the other hand, isn't going to be more upset 30 seconds later than it would be right now. I think a lot of people, it's human nature, when you hear that kind of noise, or when you're dealing with an angry customer or a crying baby, to go straight to dealing with that, to try to put that fire out right away. But people don't realize that if you respond to an angry customer 1 minute later than you would have, the customer's not going to be any more or less angry. They're basically in the same place. There's not a second-to-second increase in damage happening. And with phone calls, there's, outside of extreme emergencies, there's virtually no phone call situation in which calling someone back immediately afterwards and saying that your phone was out of reach would be construed as offensive or as if you dropped the ball on answering the phone. And so while some people might have prioritized the baby or the phone call, I think it's better to do things that are causing immediate damage first. Now, some people also might have answered the phone and talked on the phone throughout the entire task. I wouldn't do that. I'd rather give each task full undivided attention and work efficiently through it. And as you saw, it still only took a minute so it wouldn't be saving me that much time talking on the phone throughout the thing. Anyways, I hope that you agree with me with my choices. I hope you enjoy the application, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you so much.